All right, good morning, my beautiful beauties. It's been a while since I've made a video, so anyway, I'm doing this channeling everyday thing. So I'm just going to take a few deep breaths and start to channel whatever needs to come through. The way channeling works is whatever needs to come through for whomever is going to view this is how it works. Who is going to watch this influences what is going to be said. So it's all about the configuration of frequency. Everything is frequency. So this video and this message is for whomever is watching it right now or listening to it. So anyway, here we go. So I'm just going to take a few deep breaths and get myself ready, and we'll just see what comes through. Now I'm just going to bring my energy down from my head into my heart. And let's see what the message is for this video. Do not be afraid of what you see around you. What you see around you is indicative energies already past, already in their physical expression, which means that they've already been conceptualized and acted out. So they're old news. So those of you that are listening to this, that are looking around concerned about what you're seeing, do not be afraid of what you're seeing. So the physical is the last step of the frequencies of manifestation here, what's happening. So let's see if they have anything else about any of that. They're telling me about those some people who feel like they were flying high and they lost it. So I feel like they were flying high on they were like, oh, that's it, and now they're like, why can't I feel like that again? Why is that gone? Why can't I do what I wanted to do? Why can't I make this thing happen? Why isn't this possible anymore? And just knowing that, so let's see what they want to say about that specifically for that person or those people who are wondering about that. Life is a journey, not a destination. Thank you, Aerosmith. It's about the journey. So it's really you have an expectation is how they're saying it. They're showing it to me like you have an expectation and it's up here, and that's not exactly the way that it actually is. So how you're describing it to yourself and how you're experiencing it is not the only way that it could be experienced. So it's like you get a glimmer of something, and then that helps you to keep working with what you have. So you didn't even see that glimmer, but you saw that because you were going the right way. You saw that because you were putting in the work, and you were seeing that because it's real. And it's true. And so that's to keep you going, keep you moving in that direction. It's not necessarily whatever the mind interprets that to be in its full expression someday isn't necessarily correct, and not necessarily correct for you, but it definitely keeps you interested in your path and in going along the way that you're going, is how they say it and show it to me. So, and knowing that, let's see what else they want to say. So when you see this thing and it doesn't match where you are right now, you feel like you can't get back to that. It doesn't match that. We promise you, there's something that you're working with that is. It's not. You can't even use the word prevent. You can't really call the process a prevention of the goal. The process is the process. So whatever is there, whenever you thought of that thing, whenever you reached that high point, that pinnacle, that high note, they tell me, like they're telling me about a priestess. So whomever that's for. So whenever you felt this way, and that connection, that was your way to embody that, because nothing else matters. your idea of a priestess or whatever it is that you feel like you're supposed to be here, it doesn't really matter. Your idea of it doesn't matter. It's to inspire you into your perfect expression of that energy. So that's what matters. That's why okay, let me go back into what they're saying. So take some more time, take courage. They say take courage and look at what's seemingly maybe you described as being in the way of this high thing that you want. Maybe you look back at your life and it's boring compared to what you were experiencing there. So this is inspirational, and this is what you're doing right now with that inspiration. So let that inspiration help you move through this part that you feel is unrelated to this, but it's actually quite related. So you have to go through, it's like so many turns. It's like if someone told you how many turns you had to make or how many times you had to do this to churn butter. If they told you how many it would take, then you would realize, I promise you, this is finite. The amount of turns that it takes, there's a certain number. And turns, they're talking about it like how you turn over the stuff in your life. Like they're showing it to me like whomever this is for, they're showing it to me like the dirty laundry, like the stuff that you have to, the everyday stuff that you have to go through and you have to wash through, and you wash through it again and again and again. And you're like, oh, I don't want to do this one more time. But you know that one of these times it's actually going to be clean. You're actually going to be done with it. Just one more load. So just keep doing your loads of laundry. Keep doing it. It's working. We promise it's working. You would never have seen this if it wasn't working, if your process wasn't working. It is working. Okay, we'll see if there's anything else they want to say. If there's anyone else that's here asking a question that could be answered. Let me go back in. No regrets. They're talking about regrets. Somebody here has regrets. So I'm sure lots of people have regrets. But somebody has regrets. These things just really anchor you. They're showing it to me like it's you talk about a way to anchor. You know those things where you anchor in and then like the little hooks come out so you can't pull it out easily? That's what this looks like. That's what it feels like. It feels like one of those things that goes in and then puts these little things out so you can't pull it out. It's an anchor, okay? Like a wall anchor. So regrets, looking at everything. So they're showing it to me. It's like the way you're looking at it. Like you won't let it out. Like it's like this thing that you're pushing in, and it just is, it's like letting it out is kind of the way, like allowing it. Like letting that out, let it be known. So let these regrets be spoken out loud. Let yourself say them with the intention of looking with love. So looking without love is what pushes it down and makes it seem real, like it can't be removed. That's how it feels for you. This person who's feeling this way, it feels like it's in there and it can't be removed. So look at it differently. What if it doesn't need to be removed? There are many ways to work with something other than thinking that it has to be pulled out in a way that it cannot be. That is not the only way to work with this anchor. That's very important for you to hear that. Maybe you go in, maybe you pour something into it. Like everything that you do with your healing work is symbolic. You're working with symbolic. It's all frequency. You use certain symbols to access certain frequency. And the symbol, we're talking about words, we're talking about images, we're talking about any way, rituals, any way that you work with something in a healing way, you are working with frequency. You're just using the permission slip of a particular symbolic action, image, ritual to do that. So all of them are, so they're showing me like everything matters. So when they're channeling through, everything matters. What they do with my body, what they do with my hands, what they do with my face, it all is part of the message. Frequentially, it's all part of the message. So they're showing me these things. So maybe it's not this, maybe you have tried these other things, but there's this one thing that's going to work really well. So look at it differently. Maybe bringing your love to it because you feel like it can't be removed. Well, maybe bringing yourself within it and sitting inside of it. Maybe pouring something within it that will help dissolve it with love. Maybe pouring something that's loving, not caustic. That's how you got here in the first place. You got here by accusing yourself. So accusing yourself more for having accused yourself really does not, that's not ever going to change that. It's only going to add to that feeling. They show me that as you stuff it down. So it has to be brought forward in your attention. However you do that, maybe bring it forward to your attention means you going inside of it. That's how they show it to me with you. They show me you going into it and sitting inside of it and seeing that place that you made in there. So go in and sit with that. If you want to work with somebody, you contact me. I'm happy to work with you and help you through this personally. But you know, that's going to help you somewhat, just what was just given to you. So going within it, see what it's like in there. You know, we look at it and we see it's very gray inside of there and very like it's not pleasant. It's not a nice place to be in there. So, but go in there. Have the courage to go within that and look at it without judgment. That's what healing really is. It's looking without judgment, which is acceptance, which is another word for love. Love is the unconditional acceptance of what is. You will continue to make things a problem until you understand that it's how you're interpreting it, what you're doing with it, what you're using it for, is creating the situation in which you find yourself energetically connected to that. Okay? Very good. Okay, let's end this little mini session with just a little meditation. And I'm just going to tune in again and see what they wanted to bring through for a meditation. Allow yourselves to bow your heads, is what they say. Allow yourself to bow your heads. Allow yourself to take stock of yourself in this moment, just as you are right now. Allow yourself to become aware of your own body, of your own breath, of your own beingness. Allow yourself, through bowing your head, to bow your head to your own sovereignty. Bowing your head to your own life path. Bowing your head to your own process here. Bowing your head through the humility, the humbleness of the path you have chosen here. It's the humility and the humbleness of what you have chosen here that brings through your greatness. Your greatness is brought through your humility. Allow yourself to stay here in this position. Allow yourself to sink into this position. Allow yourself to feel into this position. Allow yourself to breathe into this position. It is I and I alone who hold the keys to the kingdom of heaven within myself, within all things. It is I alone who hold the keys to the kingdom of heaven within myself and within all that is. Take a nice deep breath. Hold it. Exhale, release. Thank you all so much for joining us. Hi. Anyway, I love you all dearly. Thank you all for being on this journey together with me and with each other. Till next time.